I don't know anymore what episode is this because I just keep on filming whenever I want to. Because parang it's my way of using my makeup products also. So ayan, effort na naman si ate girl nyo. Beauty brand, for example. What are the hashtags? An SEO expert would have a tool na would know what hashtags are working, what hashtags are popular. You're gonna put keywords on your post, like in your captions, in your headlines, in your vlog titles. Kala nyo ganun-ganun lang yan, pero it involves keywords. How to make, for example, how to make pancake. So the keyword there is pancake or make pancake. So lahat na may mga ganun sa title nila, malabas sa search. So kahit ako, kunyari vlogger ako, gumawa ako ng video or nag-post ako ng vlog na gumagawa ako ng pancake, but ang nakalagay sa title ko is how to cook, hindi talaga lalabas sa search yun. So yun, that's how the keywords work. So hindi ko na masyadong explain yung SEO kasi yun nga, very very technical siya. You can read more about it. When you say analytics, it also involves the ads, like the performance or the insights of the ads. Kasi example, a post is not just a post. A post involves engagement rate. Engagement involves likes and comments. So kahit meron ako 1 million followers, kung wala naman nagla-like ng post ko, it would question my credibility. Kasi 1 million followers pero walang pake yung mga tao sa'yo. Wala talaga nag-say anything about your post. That's why micro-influencers work, because they have small number of following but their engagements are high. Kasi engagement rate, kasi that's when you compute engagement rate, compare it to, example, person 1 has 10 comments, 10 likes and 100 followers. This another person has the same amount of likes, 10 comments, pero he has like 1,000 followers. So, most likely, the person 1 has higher engagement rate kasi it will be divided to the number of followers that he has. So, may isip mo na halos lahat ng followers niya or malaking percentage ng followers niya nag-engage sa posts niya. Compared to this someone na parang hindi naman siya pinapansin ng mga followers niya. The insights. It's basically the data of your engagement rate, your reach, ganon. Reach is when people get to see your post. Tama ba? So, reach, para siyang views. Ganun. But when you say impressions, I think it involves clicks. Tama ba? Correct me if I'm wrong, ha? Impressions is when, in Instagram, I think it's when people saw your post and then they click your profile. Ganon. Or, basically, it triggers kasi curiosity of the people. So, when you say impressions, Instagram is detecting if the person is interested to your post. Kasi kung reach lang, nakita niya lang, na-scroll niya, ganun, okay. But, when you say impressions, uy, bumalik siya, nag-stop siya, nag-stay siya siguro a few seconds. That's how you do it. Tama ba? When you're a social media manager, you have to handle those. Not just content na, okay, maganda ka content mo, pero may reach ba? Your design should be having results, should be in line with good figures. Using branding, it's something that I currently enjoy right now because I'm really more into graphics, more into design in terms of marketing. When you say branding, it's the in-depth knowing of who the brand is, basically. What I'm working on right now is, example, I'll give you like specific keywords lang on how a branding works. Kasi when you're a business or when you're an individual, how do you establish your branding or your brand? How do you make sure you stand out from the crowd? How do you introduce yourself ba? Parang ganun. Who is Chami? If you just know me as a vlogger, ang dami ng vloggers. So, my branding would let you know na ganito ang specific niche ko, ganito ang specific industry, ganon. That's branding. It's easier for businesses pero I would say, like, for example, branding includes the story, the brand story. So it includes the core values. What is the brand doing for the people? Example, we strive to have quality over quantity. So that's core value. Ano ba mga pinaniniwalaan nyo, or what's your philosophy? The story itself, like the background, how it started. Kasi it would, lahat yun kasi magre-resonate. Paano ka ba nagsimula? Ano ba talagang gusto mo mangyari? Kasi pag wala tayong mga brand story, wala lang. Parang anytime na lang na gusto mong palitan yung business mo, para ka ng sari-sari store. Ay, gusto ko ng toyo magbenta ngayon. Gusto ko bukas, asin na naman. So, which is branding? Wala eh. Dire-diretso yung path mo kapag meron kang story. Kasi, you will all go back to your roots. Parang yun yung roots mo eh. In your story, you can include na we believe that material should be eco-friendly. So, yun yung paniniwalaan mo hanggang dulo, unless mag-rebrand ka. Na dapat eco-friendly ang products mo. It also involves your mission, vision. Mission, basically, ano bang gusto mong mangyari? Vision is how do you envision yourself? How do you envision your brand in the future? In the next 10 years, ano bang mangyayari? Mag-grow ba siya? Mag-branch out? Gusto mo, 100 employees ka na? Gusto mo, makaka-help ka na? You have charities, you have foundations. Be specific as possible. Target market, target audience, as specific as possible. So, lahat yan, like age, gender, behavior, interests, lahat. So, when you say age, kasi hindi naman lahat, kunyari, you're a beauty product, hindi naman applicable yan for children. Diba? So, kasi parang, kumaga, bumubuin mo yung persona ng target audience mo. Sino bang target audience mo? Sometimes, kaya they call it si One. Kaya diba sa Cebu Pacific si One? Because everyone flies. Pagkabaga, it's really for the Filipinos. Interests. Someone is interested to beauty products. Ganon. And for behavior, I think you can also specify na with the purchasing ability or siguro someone who is employed na hindi willing gumastos, so be as specific as possible with the persona that because you're describing the persona in your target audience or target market. And branding also includes brand elements like visuals. It would include your color palette. Very, very important to kasi ito yung part na medyo gusto ko talaga. Because ito yung kumbaga ko sa brand story pa. It involves words. Ito naman, it involves colors, graphics. Diyan ako nag-edit. Color palette. Okay, brand elements involve color palette. Stricto tayo dito. Stricto talaga ako dyan. Because you have to include lang a few colors. Hindi pwedeng sabihin mong, yung brand namin, blue. What kind of blue? Navy blue, sky blue. And if in case you don't know, there are specific color codes for specific color. And as much as possible, take note nyo yung specific color code ng gusto nyo for your brand. Kasi para the next time na gumawa kayo ng logo, gumawa ulit kayo ng paper bag, gumawa kayo ng alam niyo yung exact blue or exact color to use. Ako tinitake note ko yan. It's okay if you have 1, 2, bala ka, basta huwag yung sobrang dami kasi magiging colorful na yun. Siguro in the same tone, gano'n. Okay lang, kaya blue. May sky blue, navy blue, white, ganyan. So, just take note of the color codes. And your logo. Ako, I have copies of my logo in vertical. Kung medyo okay lang kung maganda yung logo kung bilog na, okay lang. Pero ako, I have in kasi my logo is word in my business. It's a word. So I have this in full word. I have this in also pabilog. I also have it in transparent. I also have it in black and white. So, dapat may ganun kang copies as much as possible. And I also include texture. Because what are the textures involved? Hindi lang naman kasi siya plain colors lang. So, example, fur. Ganun. So, laging may incorporate yung fur or leaves. Ganun. Kasi eco-friendly product ka. What else? Leather. Mga ganun. So, kapag nga ano ka, motorcycle brand, leather. Dapat kasi when you're talking about the brand, this is how people get to know, see, feel, hear, smell, touch, whatever your brand. So, texture is also involved. Ako kasi, I have, example, canvas. Texture. Ganun. So, that's, para mag-stick din ako dun whenever I need materials. Like, another texture is craft paper. So, packaging ko ganun lang. And, make sure of your fonts that you use. Para hindi tayo pa-iba-iba ng font, no? So, kahit mga 5 lang yan na font, meron siguro isang cursive, isang bold, isang plain, or whatever, isang ano. Like, save it all. Tandaan nyo. Kahit sa paggawa lang ng PowerPoint, it matters if yan lang yung specific font na follow nyo. Kahit internal PowerPoint na pag nagpe-presentation kayo. Next part of visuals or part of brand elements is the mood board. A set of photos, collage, whatever that you can think about the brand. It could be a leaf. Kami kasi before sa fashion school, when you make mood boards, as in, lahat ng pwede nyong ilagay, like tela, ganun. Overall visual ng product nyo. So, example, I'll give you an example. If it's an eco-friendly product, you will put there more greens, photos about leaves, photos about water, mga ganon. So, ano bang parang, I mean, pag pinagsama mo lahat yung nasa photos na yun, yung parang ramdam mo. Hirap explain ang mood board, basta yun yung parang collection of all photos na pwedeng mag-describe ng brand mo. Your packaging would also define who your brand is or what your brand is. Kasi is it eco-friendly? Is it cheap? Is it plastic? Is it premium? It says a lot about you. Parang it's the cover of your book. Your product itself, your content will make the customer stay and say something about your product, but your packaging should give them their first impressions. Aura mo. Parang yung outfit mo, yung makeup mo, yun yung packaging mo eh. Specific channels you can work for. Are you gonna be online? Will you have a website? Pwede ka ba sa Instagram? Kasi there are businesses na hindi applicable sa business Instagram. Hindi naman kahit wala silang Instagram page, okay lang. Facebook, ano ba, Shopify. Who are your channels? Are you gonna contact dropshippers? Are you gonna be contacting resellers, distributorship? Or you're gonna be in store? So, paano? Paano bang channels mo? Include also a separate sheet or maybe a separate doc that discusses about your competitors. Kasi you're gonna track down if ano bang lamang nila sa'yo. Diyan mo malalaman kung what else you need to improve on. And take down of their products also. You're gonna take down of your competitors. Hindi para awayin sila, pero para hindi din para gayahin sila, pero para you know your weaknesses and your strengths. You have to, from time to time, check their website, kung ano bang mali. Kung may nakikita mali sa website nila. It's something that you wouldn't do on your own. And if may nakita kang maganda, what are you gonna do? Para lamangan yan, or parang taparan yan. Sayang makeup ko, sayang setup ko, pero parang naantok na ako. Kasi 3 AM na kasi. And I really do shoot this at like early in the morning kapag tulog na sila lahat. Kasi weird naman kung shoot ako ng tanghal, tapos naka-makeup ako ng ganito. Makikita na lang. I'm shy lang. Wala lang. Okay, I'm just giving you a gist of what branding and marketing is. I wouldn't have to discuss everything, but yeah, you could leave down comments below if you feel like I didn't cover something, or if you have like quick questions, go ahead. But anyway, that's it. Sobrang antok ko na. But thank you for listening to my story time series. I'm not sure which episode are we now, but yeah, you can also comment down below what topics you want me to discuss. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm just sharing my personal experiences, personal knowledge. Bahala kung paniwalaan mo or not, but that's what I experienced. So if it worked for me, it might work for you. Yes, that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe.